Good afternoon. It is in our best interest and practice to fulfill the dreams of our client,
providing the perfect blueprint to the making of our clients' dream events.
We are Blueprint Events Company. So, have you ever been in a bad situation that you couldn't control, but you wanted to?
Yes.
Or have you ever been in an event where you felt like you have lost control?
Yes. Then a masterclass in event risk management is for you. There's no better way to learn about risk management than to learn from the past. As such, the theme for our event is A Blast from the Past.
So why this event? Educate. First, we want to educate people on the benefits of risk management as well as the importance of events.
Second, network. We want our participants to be able to network with one another and to be able to learn from each other's experiences.
Third, we want them to be able to apply what they will learn from the speakers to different scenarios and challenges that they will face in the future.
Now, apply. To whom will this event cater to?
First, we have event professionals because they will be the ones closely involved in event risk management.
Second, we have event suppliers so that they can prepare and set up for the events in a proper way.
Third, we have marketing professionals as we want them to be able to anticipate any risk that can happen in the event that they are marketing.
And last are hotels because they are normally chosen for events to take place in their establishments.
We also have these following stakeholders so that we will be able to provide a continuing reunion event that will happen in the years as the years go on.
As for our sponsors, we will be having 5 sponsors, 2 major ones and 3 minor ones. That are namely ABS-CBN, SEDA, Inquirer, 3M, and Unilever.
Bago na may-ari ng Inquirer.
So where is this event going to take place and when? We have chosen the Enduran tent because it's a fairly new facility as well as it is very accessible to our target market. And the dates we have chosen is October 10 to 11, 2018.
So what? What is for the design? As for the design, we have created a floor plan, 2 floor plans in fact. So this floor plan is for Plan A, meaning our registration will be outside the tent. So that way, we will be able to anticipate the major influx of guests who are planning to register for our event. As for Plan B, we have the registration positioned inside the tent, but still far away from the main area, so that we will be able to cater to these participants and prevent them from getting wet.
So for our color palette, red is the color that symbolizes risks. So this is sort of the main color that will be seen throughout the event. But we want to complement it with lighter colors so that the attendees will feel at ease and that they can conquer risk management. Also, as you can notice on our logo, we have an accent of gold because gold can symbolize prosperity. And this is how the registration booths will look like and our stage.
Next, for what is speakers. We have strategically chosen our speakers for this event to either talk to us about what they know or either share with us what they have experienced.
First, we have Miss Joy Dalanan Ocampo. She's the country manager of Safety, Health, Environment for the Close-Up Forever Summer 2017 event. She'll be talking about damage control after a major event.
Up next, we have Richard Gordon, who is the Philippine Red Cross chairman and the chief executive officer, and he will be demonstrating the basic safety protocols.
Third, we have Mr. Ricardo Halad. He is the National Risk Reduction and Management Council Executive Director.
And next, we have Ms. Zenaida Campanero, who is a Wawawi Stampede survivor who will share with us her experiences during that scenario and that time.
Next, we have Mr. Eric Kua. He is a part owner of the Palace Group of Companies. He will be talking about controlling people under the influence.
And up next, we have Ms. Jaika Dalupan, who is the chairman of the Philippine Society of Public Relations, who will be teaching us about public relations after disasters.
Next, we have Mr. Secretary Hermogenes Esperon. He is the National Security Advisor, and he will be talking about security at events as well as during disasters.
And our last speaker is Mr. Armando Hernandez, who is the HACCP Laboratory Supervisor, who will be talking to us about HACCP implementation for our caterers, for our hotels, just for the basic food safety.
Our program schedule. So our program will consist of 4 talks per day, an hour and 30 minutes long. On the first day, there will be registration, and on the second, they just have to bring their ID that will come with their delegate kit. They will also have lunch, an hour and 30 minutes for lunch, which allows them to eat and socialize, which comes back to the part of networking with other event professionals.
Up next are our marketing collaterals. So for our marketing collaterals, we have made several ones to cater to as many people as we can. So as for the first one is our website. So our website will be put up as early as it can so that we will be able to target as much people as possible. And this way we'll be able to see if they have pre-registered so we can anticipate how many guests there will be for this event. Up next are our banners for the social media. So we will be publishing these banners through our social media accounts such as LinkedIn and Facebook. Then we have posters and flyers to be posted around schools, hotels, or different establishments just for their people to be able to see and know about our event so that they are entertained and attracted enough to go to our event. Then next is the invitation for our speakers. Of course, we want to invite them in a more elegant way since they're all based locally, so we can just send it to them directly. And then the next invitation are for our VIP guests. So these guests are those who we feel could be possible stakeholders for our future events. So we would want them to come and experience our event. That's why we are inviting them for them to come for this event. And the next is the invitation for the attendees. So there are pre-selected attendees who we would appreciate for their presence to be there. And this way, we will be able to get, again, a sort of head count on who will be arriving at our event. And then next is this delegate kit ticket, which will be received by the delegates or the attendees beforehand so that as soon as they get to the event, they will be able to use this to claim their delegate kits. Speaking of delegate kits, this is how our delegate kit will look like. So this is the notebook and pen that will be received by each participant for them to be able to take down notes throughout the entire event by the speakers and for them to be able to list down all the possible information that they get from the different people that they encountered with. And apart from that, in the delegate kit will also be lanyards and IDs so that we could tell how they are actually a part of this event. Well, since this event is a 2-day event, we don't just want to give them regular tickets because they might lose it and that's going to be difficult for us to control. That's why we prefer to give them IDs for them to use it for both days. Then up next is the program book. So you can see the program book inside the delegate kit. And inside the program book contains the schedule of the days, the map of the location, and all the necessary information needed for each attendee. So next is the certificate of participation. Each attendee who completed this conference will be able to get a certificate of participation for them to serve as a guidance or for them to serve as a proof in the future if they are asked whether they know anything about risk management or whatsoever. And also, we will be giving a certificate of appreciation to our speakers to thank them for coming to our event and to speak about what they know. So now what do we do with all these marketing collaterals? Well, we made a Gantt chart just to prove that we have a marketing schedule made. As early as January, we will be giving and sending out the invitation to our speakers already because we feel as though that as soon as we get their confirmation from the speakers, then we can use this as a selling point for our event. And then once we have confirmed speakers, that's when we will release our website for us to get the pre-registration.
So the big question is how much? With this event, we have projected that we will be able to make about 1 million pesos, having 300 attendees. Our break-even point will be at 179 people. And as you can see, our costs is about 1,200,000 in total, and our sponsorships that we have garnered from the people that we mentioned earlier is about 190,000.
And that is a masterclass in event risk management 2018.
Thank you.